Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am kicking off something very special, which is a brand new series. And in this series I'm going to shine the spotlight on some small content creators in the Sims community to highlight and talk about them. There is really so much talent in this community, from amazing storylines to builds to create a Sims content, and I really want to highlight that and talk about it. Now, I am not really sure how often this series will come out on my channel, but basically what I want to do is every time I see someone that's creating content in the Sims community that I really enjoy personally, I will make a video about it, talk about them and feature them on my channel. My goal is that together we can finally share some love in the community, highlight work of people that are putting a lot of effort into their content, and maybe you can even find your new favorite Sims content creator. As always, before jumping into the video, don't forget to leave a like to this video, subscribe down below because it really helps push this to everyone. Today I will talk about a very special video that was just released yesterday by two of my favorite creators, OMGSims and StassiJ, and their work on the Machinima Forever and Always. I will not go into spoilers in this review talking about what happens in the Machinima, so I highly recommend you click the link in the description down below and check the video for yourself. But first, if you don't know these two amazing creators, let's talk about them a little bit. OMGSims is an Italian Sims content creator who has a YouTube channel that is all about creating eerie, spooky and very immersive horror stories in the world of The Sims. His Machinimas are very highly detailed creations and every shot is custom created. He creates a lot of actions and poses in Blender, which I know is a lot of effort, just to make sure that every shot is very compelling and better than the other before. With a passion for horror, OMGSims has created a little niche for himself for horror and Sims fan alike. I really cannot stress you enough with how good his content is. His Machinimas are out of this world, and they really keep you engaged from the beginning to the end, whether it's a series or a one-off. My personal recommendations from his channel are the short film Sorority Nun Massacre, which is absolutely amazing, and the long-lasting series The Reaper. StassiJ is a Sims creator based in Canada, and her main channel content all revolves around Sims, but you might know her best for her StassiJ Unplugged podcast and the Simmer Spotlight features. She is really an amazing podcast host, and she created this beautiful environment when she can foster and highlight and uplift Sims creator, whether they're big or small, and it's really amazing to see. If you don't know her podcast or the Simmer Spotlight, I highly recommend you check those out if you're at all interested, because they are really well done. Plus, she is also a very talented writer, as we will see in Forever and Always, and also as we've seen in the past with The Rose Chronicle, which is a very long-lasting series that she's written all by herself. These two amazing Simmers got to work together to create the Forever and Always short movie, and I was invited as a bunch of other creators to watch it before it came out to give our honest review. Stassi and OMG both worked on this project together as producers and directors. I know Stassi wrote the episode and picked the cast, and I know OMGSims worked on the cinematography, the poses, and all of the photography side of the project. But let's just finally talk about Forever and Always. The video is a short slice of life romance drama that is really packed full of emotions. It tells the story of Ashley and William, who are two children that meet up for the first time when William moves to a new school. They grow up together, they get closer until a beautiful relationship blossoms, but then, a few years later, disaster strikes. As I said, I will not be spoiling anything on this story, so I will not tell you what happens, but if you are interested at all, check out the link in the description. I personally really enjoyed the Machinima. I think the story itself is pretty linear and easy to understand. We're talking about a short film, so it's around 20 minutes, but I really enjoyed the use of flashbacks and flash forwards in the story to give us so much more about this couple than we just get to see in the real time. And it really gives the vibes of the early aughts 90s rom-com, and in the best way. There is a beautiful montage of all the best moments that I really really enjoyed. I also really like the ending, as emotional as it is. It really reminded me of one of my favorite movies, which is La La Land, and not in itself as what happens, but more as in the emotional punch that the ending has. I thought it really reminded me of that movie. It's really emotional, it's really impactful, and you know, you're left there looking at the ending titles, the scroll credits, and it really leaves you with something to think about. I think the acting was fantastic. The cast overall has done a wonderful job, and I did recognize some of the voices and I guess some of the faces as well, because I think this is one of the only machinimas that I've seen where there are actual sim selves of the people that are recording the voice acting in the machinima. So this really feeds into the realism aspect, because it really feels like these are the people that are acting. For example, I know that Nardvillain or Daniellebuilds are two creators that are in the cast, and I highly recommend you check everybody in the cast out. They're really amazing, but I really enjoyed seeing these people that I know online and hear their voices and seeing their faces at the same time. I thought that was very nice. I also particularly enjoyed the scene dressings and every location created. I know Stassi and OMG worked alongside with some builders that really created amazing places for them to shoot. And the same goes with the Sims creation. I know they worked alongside with a creator, and everyone is gonna be in the description down below. They're really talented people, and I think it really shows well in the video. I also really enjoyed the score as well. I think the music they picked was very fitting in every scene, and the two producers really gave us the right vibes. My one complaint, if I really have to dig up one, maybe the story was a little bit predictable, especially if you are a fan of the early aughts 90s drama romantic movies. I could see kind of where it was going or what could happen. I still think that in the end, the ending is very emotional and really, like, it left me teary-eyed. And I think the execution behind it as well really makes up for it like 100 times over. I think overall, yes, maybe you might see where the story is going, but that doesn't really take out from the experience itself. Overall, Forever and Always is a beautiful short movie machinima that I highly recommend you check out for yourself. Take 20 minutes out of your day and check it out. In the description down below, the first link is gonna be to this machinima, and go support these amazing creators that are really working hard. All the social medias are also gonna be down below, and I promise you're gonna fall in love with OMG and Stassi the same way that William and Ashley fall in love in the movie. So this was my first video on this new showcase series. I'm not really sure what to call it. If you have ideas for videos or channels or creators that you think I would enjoy and I would want to highlight on these videos, let me know in the comments down below, or also on any of my social medias. I really would love to continue this series and continue to share the talent in this community, because there is so much of it. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.